Hello and welcome to this presentation of Excel2Sage. My name is Ara Martirossian. I'm going to show you how easy it is to scan purchase ledger invoices and recognize them using Spi.Data and then bring them into Sage 50 using Excel2Sage with just one click. So Spi.Data is a specialist piece of software produced by a company called SpiGraph and basically works with any scanned document from any scanner. It takes the scan, recognizes the data on it, and then allows that data to then be imported into another application, in our case Sage 50. Excel2Sage is a highly functional import utility for Sage 50, and it allows data from external systems to be imported very easily with just one click. So examples would be EPOS systems or internet shopping carts or even iPad order taking applications like Handshake. And EDI applications with people like Tesco's and Asda's and so on. In this particular case, we're going to look at Spi.Data and scanning. So Excel2Sage, depending on the version of Sage that you have, can bring in all sorts of different types of transactions, not just customers and suppliers and products, but sales orders, sales invoices, purchase invoices, stock adjustments, nominal journals, and all of that from either an Excel spreadsheet or all sorts of different types of files. So how could you use this import? Well, you could import purchase invoices that have been scanned and recognized by Spi.Data into Sage. In this particular case, I'm going to be using Sage 50, but you can use it with other flavors of Sage like 200, 500, and 1000. And it's just with one click. It's very, very simple to do. So it's pretty seamless. So let's have a quick look at that. So this is the Spi.Data control panel, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring in a few new ones. So I'll just click on that, and let's bring all of those over, and then what I'll do is I'll pick that one, I'll pick that one, and I'll pick that one for argument's sake. And if I say start, what it will do is it will go and pick up those PDF images, and then it will give me a screen to say, this is what I have found, and do you want me to start scanning them and recognizing them? Based on the data that it finds, it then has a template which gets it to look for things like VAT number and VAT registration and so on. So it's found 1, 2, and 3 images, and they look okay. So what I'll do is I'll just say OK to that, and off it goes, and it's now processing the images. And there we are. So when it reads the scan of the images, it then compares them to its knowledge base, which is a very powerful tool, which allows it to recognize what the supplier, who the supplier is, from things like VAT numbers, bank details, websites that might be on the invoice, all sorts of fuzzy logic. And having done that, it then actually inquires within the Sage database to find the supplier's code. So it's pretty clever, really, in terms of going from a PDF into raw data that can be easily imported into Sage 50. In this particular case, I'm going to be doing 3 invoices, but there you go. So it's now gone through and it's found those 3 documents, and that's what the document looks like. So let's have a quick look at it, and you can see that it has recognized the IBAN number on this particular invoice. It has picked up the invoice reference, it's picked up the invoice date, and it's also got some built-in logic. So it checks, for example, that the net and the VAT added together give you the gross value. So it does checks like that. And in this particular case, it has gone through and used the IBAN number to find the supplier code from within Sage. So all very, very clever. So that looks all pretty good, and that's the second invoice that it's found, and that's the third invoice that it's found. Excellent. So what I now need to do is export the data. So for that batch, so I'll just click on there and I'll say export. And what it will do is it will then go and export the data that it's found. The batch is now completed and it's ready for importing to Sage 50. So at this point, I'll just flip over into Sage 50, and you can see over here I've got standard Sage 50, and I've had various different products integrated into it. So into the customers, I've got the EDI to Sage product, but into the suppliers, I've got the Spi.Data to Sage product. And all I have to do is just press one button, and what it will do is it will then go and take that extracted data that we've just done in Spi.Data, and then it'll start importing it into Sage 50. That's it, it's done that. So what I need to do is, if I refresh that, you'll see all the figures changing. There you go, the figures have changed. And if I go into here and look at the activity and go to the bottom, there you go, you can see the invoices have then been imported. If I go into the Excel2Sage product, sorry, supplier account, and go to the suppliers there, you can see the same. So very, very easy to import data from SpiData into Sage 50. So what are the benefits? It's very quick and cost effective. It takes a very short period of time, maybe a day or so, to set this thing up. It's very easy to use. It's single click, and it makes processing an awful lot more efficient. So you can bring in hundreds, even thousands of invoices in one go. And because it's a very flexible piece of software, you can actually change it very easily. Well, I hope you found that presentation of interest. Please feel free to contact me if you've got any queries and or to discuss your special needs. Thank you.